الاثنين 3 1 الاثنين لحد 3 1 الاثنين 4 3 5 الأربعة هيبقى 6 1. كده هيبقى 6 1 يا مستر سيد. صباح الخير. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Mark up and mark down.
Thank you. Who else will say the 2 vocabularies which we are going to study today? This is which lesson? Grade 7. We are going to talk about lesson 5-2.
5-2.
Okay, so we are going to talk about lesson 5-2. In lesson 5-2, what is the title for this lesson, grade 7? What we are going to study.
Mark up and mark down.
Yes, mark up and mark down. Is there anyone can tell me, is there any difference between those 2 words? You can make sense and tell me, is there any difference between mark up and mark down?
Yes.
Yes, please go on, Ibrahim. Mark up and mark down. We studied something on our class last week. It's more closer to this one, like mark up. Which one? Mark up like what? So we can say that mark up, it looks like, I can say that the word mark up like increase. Did you remember percent increase? Did you remember? Percent what?
Yes.
Yes, percent increase. So you will recognize now that mark down, it will be very close to which word? Mark down. Like
decrease.
Yes, like decrease. Thank you. Which means you can express now in your own words. You can express now in your own words before we will start. Decrease. Sorry, because I'm writing by so here it's the same like decrease. Okay, and this one the same like increase. Then I said that today we will study mark up and mark down, and I said mark up and mark down, it's familiar. Like mark up, we are going to increase, and mark down, we are going to decrease. Then where we can use mark up and mark down, you can imagine in our real life where we can use mark up and mark down in our real life. You can imagine in which situations we are going to say mark up and which situations we are going to say mark down. You don't know? Yes, Ward, you are raising your hand. Please tell me. Do you know what the difference between mark up and mark down, and where, my question was where we can use mark up? Could you please give me any example about any situations? Go on.
For example, a price of an item or a sale.
Yes, price on an item on a sale. Yes, it could be in a sale. So in a sale, we have to use markup or markdown. Hmm.
Markdown.
Markdown. Thank you. And in other situations, maybe the store want to make a profit. For this reason, he's going to make markup. Okay. So is there anyone else can give me any situations about markup where we can find markup or where we can find markdown? This is just a just an applications about where we can use a percent. So we can use a percent in a store, in bank, in a company, in different places. Percent is very important in our real life. But in our lesson today, we want to talk especially about markup and markdown. Then a markup is one kind of a percent increase. So as I told you, markup, it's the same kind of percent increase because we are going to add something to the original price to get the new amount of money. We can use a bar model to present the retail price of an item. And this is the first time we are going to study the model, uh, the bar model. That is the total price including the markup. Then let me explain to you now what the meaning of a bar model. In a bar model, we are going to draw a bar, and the bar, okay, word, you are raising your hand. You want to add something?
No, I forgot to lower it.
Okay, then we are going now to talk about a bar model, right? So what's a bar model? I'm going to give you an example. To make a profit, stores mark the prices on the items they sell. A sports store buys skateboards from a supplier for $S. What is the retail price for skateboards that manager buys for $35.56 after a 42% markup? In this question, I want everyone now to tell me where. Then, in case we have a question like this, we want to find the key words. So I want someone else to tell me where we can find the key words in this question. Where we can find the key words in this question. Could you please tell me? Where is the first word? Yes, go on.
Profit.
Okay, so the first word is profit. What else? Second word. Stores mark the prices on the items they sell. A sports store buys a skateboard from a supplier for $S. Is there any word I can underline? Is there any word we can
Yes,
underline?
$S.
Yes, $. Thank you. What else? Which keyword? It will help us to find the answer.
Retail price.
Retail price. So we have retail price. What else? So the price is $35 and $56. And by the end, we have 42 markup. Yes, 42 markup. Then, before you will start to answer any question, you have to define the words which it will help you to find the answer. Okay? Now, we will use the bar model. What is the bar model? So we have to draw a bar model for the cost of the skateboard. The bar model, it will represent 100%, the total amount of money, which is whole the bar, did you see, we donated by S, because this is the total cost which we have to pay it at the end of this situation. So what is the bar model again? What is the bar model? We are going to draw a bar, and this bar, it will guide us to know that it will be the total amount of money for the item which you are going to buy. So I draw already a bar, and I wrote above of it S, and S means the total cost of this bar. Let's continue. We have $42, 42%, right? Then 42%, we want to change it into decimal. So how we are going to change 42% into decimal form? Is there anyone can tell me?
0.42.
Yes, thank you. It's 42%. We can write it as a fractional form, 42 over what? 42 over 100.
100.
Then the decimal point, it should be after 2 digits. We don't see any decimal point here. Yes, but it's there before the number, and we are going to move it 2 digits. So the answer, it will be 0.42. Okay, then first of all, we have to change a percent into decimal form. Again, we have to change what? So this is 42%, right? 42%. We will change 42%, whatever, 42, 52 to 65, any percent, we are going to change it into decimal. Okay, then how we are going to change it into decimal? Remind me, please, grade 7. How we will change any percent into decimal? Yes, please, go on.
We will make the percent over 100.
Exactly.
Then it will have the decimal, for
The
example,
decimal
like
Or we can say something.
okay.
If you have, for example, this is 42, right? I know that I have 42%. Then, do you have any decimal point here in front of you? Do you have any decimal point in front of you?
No.
No. So we can imagine that I have a decimal point before the number. Then we are going to move it 2 digits to the left side. So directly, the answer, it will be 0.42. Let me give you another example. If you have
Unless we do 42 divided by 100.
This is the second method you write. So the first method, we said that we are going to put it over 100, and then we will put the sign after 2 digits. We have another method, maybe it will be a quick way, because if for any question and you have the symbol for the percent, you will imagine that you have a decimal point, and you are going to move the decimal point 2 digits to the left directly. So if I have 156%, how we will change it into decimal without making over 100? 156%.
1.56.
1.5600. Okay, how did you make it? We found the decimal point here, and then we will change it. We will move it 2 digits to the left. So the answer, it will be directly 1.56 hundredths, right? So for any question, if you want to change it into percent, or from percentage form to the decimal form, you are going to move a decimal point 2 digits to the left directly. So let's back to our question. So we said that we draw at the beginning, we draw the model bar here, a bar model. And a bar model, the total amount of a bar model represent 100%. So this was the cost at the beginning. After that, we changed 42% to make it 0.42. Now I want to see where we, or to determine where we can put 0.42 in this bar. Where? If you look at half exactly, so half exactly represent 50%. Then 42, it will be before half, right? So the bar represent 100%. So 50%, this is the half, which means we are going to put or draw another bar, and this bar, it will be before 50%. Did you understand what I said? Did you understand what I said?
Yes.
So this bar whole represent what, grade 7? The whole represent 50%, sorry, 100%. If I'm going to divide this bar exactly from this point, so it will be 50%, but we are looking for before 40%, 50%. So little bit before, it will be 42%. Okay, then this bar, now it will be 0.4f, and the whole bar represent 100%. Agree with me? Then, now we will put this bar, we will add it to the total amount, which is 100%, which means the bar, it will be now the total amount, which represent 100%, plus the extra part, which is $0.42. So we said 100% here, this is represent S, which is the total, and 0.42, this is extra part, we are going to add it. Then these bars together represent the cost plus the marks up, or S plus 0.42S. Then
Yes.
one, yes,
How will we do like one of
it should be 100%. The total cost at the beginning should be 100%. For this reason, we said we will change 100% into decimal. Then 100%, I want to change it into decimal. So this is 100%. It will be, you have two different ways. You can say, if you want to write this one as a fractional form, so it will be 100 over 100, which means equal 1, or you will remove the decimal point, 2 digits to the left. So by the end, in both two cases, we are going to find that 100%, it will be equal how many? Equal what? Equal what, grade 7? It will be equal 1. Then for any bar model, we will draw a bar model which is represent what? Which is represent 1. For this reason, we donated by the letter what? The letter S. Then for all the questions with mark up or mark down, which we are going to study it later on, we will start with 1S. And what 1S donated for, grade 7? What's 1S donated for?
100%.
Thank you so much. 100%, which represent the original price. So the original price, always it will be 100%. After that second point, we will change the percent which he gave it to us into decimal. What is the third percent? We are going to add them together. The cost plus the marks up. The cost plus the marks up, which is S plus 0.42S. Then by the end, 1.42S mark up. So this is very important, this part. So this is the percent which we are going to deal with. So he wants to make a mark up. He said that the markup percent is 42%. So we draw the bar. The bar consisted of two parts. First, the bar represent 100% of the whole part. Second, the markup percent, it will take apart from the whole part. Then we are going to add them together. As I said, the whole part represent 1, percent, we will change it into decimal and then we will add them together. In this case, we have the new percent, which we are going to calculate the amount according to it. Any questions so far to this point, grade 7? Any question?
No,
Oh,
thank
so
you.
let's continue. Now, did you remember the cost which he gave it to us? The cost which he gave it to us, he said what? The cost. Huh? The cost. He want to calculate the cost for 2
35 and
items, right?
56.
Which it was 35 and what?
35 and 56.
Yes, 35 and 56. We want to know the new price, the selling price, if we are going to add 42% markup. Then what we have to do, let me show you the next step. So to find the retail price, yes, we are going to multiply a percentage which we calculated, right? Multiply the cost of the item which you want to sell it, which means for the item